Today I'm going over 8 awesome effects that you can do inside of Adobe Premiere Pro today, and I'm going to give you the footage to go ahead and follow along with this video. So check the link down below, go ahead, grab that footage and follow along. Let's go ahead and get straight into today's tutorial. Okay, so this is the first effect that we're going to be working on. It is called the sort of fake blur camera transition, and as you can see, there is no blur going on. It still looks really clean, really good, but if you guys want to add like a little bit of extra sauce, a little creative edit, you guys want to go to the adjustment layer, just like so. Drag it over your footage just like this. I'm just gonna go ahead and label this so you guys can see exactly what we're doing. So this is the blur sort of effect. I want to go directly here to the cut point, and we're just gonna want to go ahead and go to the Gaussian blur effect. Drag and drop it onto your adjustment layer just like so. Then we're gonna go ahead and toggle animation just like this, and we're still on the cut point, and we're just gonna turn this up to like a blur amount that we like. I'm honestly liking 24. We're gonna go back a couple frames, and we're gonna just drag this down to 0, and then I'm just gonna command C or copy paste this 0 keyframe and paste it right here by Control V or Command V. And then here we go. We have like a little blur transition like that, but we could also add it right here with this camera movement. So you guys could also just go ahead, Control C all of these and just paste them right here. And then I'm just gonna get rid of the 0 keyframe in the beginning, so that way it starts off blurry and then kind of like focuses in like that, like a real camera would. Again, you guys could go ahead and just copy and paste these keyframes, put it wherever else you like. I'm just gonna put one right here, just like so. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Maybe it's a little too quick, so you could just drag the keyframes out just like that. And there you go. And that is effect number 1. Effect number 2 is going to be the overlay text effect, aka the difference blend mode style effect, whatever it is you want to call it. And it looks just like this. It moves with everything in the background. This is a very super simple effect, but it's super clean and very popular right now. What you guys want to go ahead and do is, of course, grab the text tool, type in whatever text you want, format it whichever way you want. I'm just going to go ahead and leave like this. I'm just gonna make it bigger for tutorial's sake. Center, just like that. And then I'm just gonna drag this above the thing, just like so. Cut that, and then we're gonna go over here to the opacity blend mode, just like so, and we're gonna go all the way down to difference. And then there you guys go. You guys have that overlay blend effect for your text. Number 3 is the smooth text slide effects that you guys have been seeing all over Instagram, and it just slides in super cleanly. All you guys have to go ahead and do is, one, of course, go ahead and add your text layer. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna move it right here, make this smaller like so, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and center it just because I like it centered like that. And then I'm gonna go ahead full screen, bring it down over here just to show you guys what we're working with. And you guys want to go over here to the effects. You guys want to go to transform. Jeez, my caps lock is on. Transform, drag and drop it onto your text. And you guys want to keyframe the position. I'm just gonna go ahead and move the initial keyframe right here, keep it there, and then I'm gonna go to the beginning, and I'm just gonna drag this position down or wherever you want it to slide from. So just like that, you'll see that it slides up, but it looks really bad. So what you guys have to go ahead and do to get like that smooth animation is right click, go to temporal interpolation, go to Bezier, and then you're not done yet. Hit this little icon right here, and you're gonna see like this little anchor points right here. You guys could even zoom in like so. And you guys want to kind of just drag these into the middle, and you'll see a ramp sort of start to form. That's going to make it look a little bit smoother, but that looks pretty bad. I'm actually just going to go ahead and bring it up like so. Still looks bad. Keep playing with it until it looks good, and that actually looks pretty clean. Maybe we'll drag this out like that. That looks pretty good for now. For tutorial's sake, that's fine, but you guys just want to play with this sort of velocity ramp. You want it to like kind of just like swoosh in like that, and then you guys want to go to the use composition shutter, uncheck that, throw this all the way up to 360, and then you guys will see the smooth motion blur taking place. Now, I didn't know about this motion blur sort of effect for a while. Now that I know about it, I will never not use it for any of my animations. As you can see, that looks really clean. If you guys want to take it a step further, like, you know, add some extra sauce, you guys can play with these other keyframes just like so. For me, for example, I'm going to go ahead and use the opacity. I'm going to turn it down to maybe something like 30 or something like that, and make it keyframe in just like that. And that looks really good. Now, if you don't want to do that each and every single time, like keyframing and whatnot, I actually made a takeover minimal pack for these slide in super easily. All you got to do is just drag and drop the minimal slide in up. It's going to go ahead and do that minimal slide in up for you. And it looks really clean, already done for you. You can literally apply it to multiple clips by just selecting all of the clips, drag and dropping the slide in up, and it's going to go ahead and do that slide in up motion each and every single time, just like that. Super easy, and I have plenty other clean effects just like that in my takeover minimal style editing pack, which you guys can go ahead and cop right now. Number 4 is the Roto-Slide Effect, and here is the result that you guys can go ahead and get. So what you guys actually do in this effect is you just isolate the subject or key out the subject, and then you have it slide in to an actual clip of it, like kind of in the real clip, I guess, if that makes sense. I don't know. So essentially, this is what it looks like without the rotoscoping and the slide in up. It just is a clean plate, and then it cuts to the actual subject in frame. Now, this could be a person, this could be a book, this could be legit anything you want, slide into frame. So again, we're just gonna watch it, show you guys kind of how it is. Slides in up, just like that. It looks really good. Okay, so the way that I actually went ahead and did it is I took a clean slate and then I had this clip right here. What I went ahead and did was copy and paste part of the MacBook, just like that. I'm just gonna bring this over. I'm gonna drag the actual subject right here, just like so. And then I'm gonna go ahead and go to this plugin called Keeper. It is a third-party plugin. You got to go ahead and pay for it. And what that's going to do is it's going to actually key out the subject or the person. It's trying to find a person, but it didn't, obviously, because it's not a person, it's a MacBook. You want to change the detect to subject. And I just like to thicken this up a little bit, and that looks pretty good. And then there we go. We have our sort of subject there, right? But it doesn't really look good because we're not sliding it in. So the key sauce is going over to the transform tool and doing the same exact thing we did in the steps before, just sliding it up. Or I'm just going to go ahead and type in the takeover shop or takeover pack and do the slide in up preset, just like so. Just drag and drop, and then there you guys go. Have the slide in up. Real quick before I actually do that, I have to nest this clip, otherwise it'll come in from the side. So let's go ahead and do that. You guys shouldn't have to do that. There we go. It'll slide in from the bottom up, and there you guys go. You guys have the roto slide in effect. It's really clean. I see it everywhere, especially in lifestyle content. It's really dope. Try it out. Moving on is the flicker text effect that you guys see on screen right here. So this effect is actually super easy. I also made a preset for it. So again, if you guys want to go ahead and cop it, minimal editing pack, go check it out. Pretty fire. Okay, so the way that you guys actually go ahead and do it is by right clicking on your video layer. You guys want to go over down here to show clip keyframes. You want to go to the opacity and select opacity, just like so. And it's going to bring up like sort of this white line that you guys see. You guys could, if you don't see the line, you got to drag it up and make this sort of video layer bigger. Hit P on your keyboard. It's going to bring this up. And you guys want to just make like a bunch of points, just like so. Like that. And then play with the amount by just clicking and dragging down. Bring that up. Bring it down, kind of just alternate and like kind of make like your own flicker. Now, of course, you're gonna have to try different things and different sort of patterns to really get the flicker that you want. But essentially, that is how you do the effect. Like this is what it's looking like right now. It looks pretty clean. Chill little flicker, and then we could just even add in some more during the video like that. Some really quick ones, just bing, 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 just like that. And let's go ahead and see how it looks. You guys could see the flicker, just like so. And when you bring it down lower, the intensity goes way higher, just like that. That's a really good flicker. It looks really clean. So there you guys go. Or if you want to skip all that step, literally just go to takeover, minimal editing pack, flicker it out, drag and drop. You guys see the keyframe. It'll flicker out just like that. Banger. Okay, next is the camera intro / hook zoom out effect that I like to use a lot in all of my videos. For example, this is what a video looks like without the sort of camera zoom in effect. It looks pretty good. Like, I mean, this is still decent, but if you want it to be extra captivating and look a little bit extra saucy, you guys could add an adjustment layer, just like so, bringing it down right here, and then going over to the transform sort of tool. Again, transform tool is honestly so clutch, and it is like the best tool out there. So we're just gonna go ahead and go to transform, drag and drop it. Again, check this off, change that shutter angle to 360. Or if you want to skip that step, you guys could literally just, you know, cop the takeover pack. Like I've been saying, all video or not, doesn't really matter. You just drag and drop it, just like so. It's going to have that motion blur already activated for you, so you don't have to do that each and every single time, as it does get pretty annoying. So we're going to start off by adding a keyframe. Now, this is kind of where I want the keyframe to sort of end, is at the normal actual size. So we're going to go to the beginning, and we're just going to zoom in because we want it to zoom out like so. Again, following the same step, we want, instead of it being linear, set it to Bezier. And then we're just going to change the scale, or we're just going to go to this little icon right here. And what I want is to see kind of this moved over, and then kind of this making like a little ramp like so. See how that looks? That looks really good, actually. I'm just going to keep pulling that one so it's a little bit more intense. Maybe bringing that back like so. That looks really clean. W. Really dope. That's literally how you do the camera zoom effect. Of course, I've got that effect already laid out in the takeover editing packs. I got one right here, punch out, fast, blurry, just like so. The quick one. Super easy. You could play with the keyframes if you want it to be longer, just like that. Or if you want it to be more intense, you can zoom in way more, just like so, and it'll go ahead and do that for you. So use the presets as one, a super easy drag and drop done for you, or drag and drop and then you tweak it a little bit to make it sort of your own, which I highly recommend you guys doing. Now, moving on, we're gonna go ahead and check out the text behind the subject effect. Now, this one's actually really easy. It's kind of follows a very basic principle. So we have our background layer, we have our text layers, just like so. As you can see, it's above me. And then you guys wanna go ahead and add the rotoscoped layer of your subject. Again, I use Keeper to key out my subject, but if you guys wanna go ahead and watch a dope rotoscope tutorial, go ahead, just type in rotoscoping on YouTube. There's tons of tutorials out there, so go check them out. So literally you guys add that subject layer right here, just like so. And it's super, super easy. And it's super, super clean. Again, I use Keeper for my keying. You guys could go ahead, use masking, whatever it is. Keeper is really, really dope. I actually don't get paid to promote Keeper, but it is a amazing plugin and it saves me so much time. Okay, sweet. So now we are on the last effect, and that is the Cinebloom effect, aka like the mist filter effect. And this is without the bloom, just like so. And this is with the bloom. As you guys can tell, let's go ahead and just zoom in a little bit. With the skin tones, there's a lot more bloom. It's a lot more sort of, you know, just bloomy, a lot more soft feeling. If you guys want to go ahead and look back here at the clock, a little bit sharper, but that's a little bit more bloom. Super subtle, but bloom should be subtle. Or for example, check out my shirt right here. You guys can see that there's a little bit of like light spill and it looks really, really clean. So how do you guys do that? First thing that you guys want to go ahead and do, drag and drop the effect just like this. We're going to turn the cutoff up to about, you know, 50 to 60. And this honestly depends on your footage. So go ahead, see what it looks like. It is kind of intensive on your computer, so it's going to take a little bit long. So this is selecting mainly the highlights, and that's exactly what we want. So now we're going to go ahead and go to the Gaussian blur effect. And this is what's going to really make it bloom. We're just going to go ahead and increase this to maybe something like 120 or just whatever really fits your vibe. And then the last step is we're going to go to lighten, and we're just going to go ahead and see how it looks. Now this could be a look that you're into. For me, it's a little bit too much bloom, so you know, make it a little bit less intense. You guys can drag the opacity down to something a little bit more chill, like 60% to me looks really good as opposed to 100. So I think 60% is pretty chill, just like so. And then there you guys go. I know this video was super rapid fire, but I wanted to give you guys some sauce really, really quickly, so that way you guys could go ahead and edit some dope content, some dope reels. But if this video is helpful, please leave a like, comment, subscribe down below. And thank you guys so much for almost 25,000 subscribers. It genuinely is crazy. I can't believe it. But if you're a brand new editor and you want to learn how to dial in your short form content, I have a short form editing course, which you guys can go ahead and check out. Link will be down in the description below. I teach you how to edit talking heads, faceless B-roll content, before and afters, and many different types of content in that course. So go ahead and check it out. Anyways, that is it for me today. Remember guys, take action, take over. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.